number you have dialed is not in service at this time. Please check your directory and dial again. Oh, no. Party on, dude.
What's going on, hoes? It's PJ Bozak. It's PJ's Movie Time. You know what that means. I'm going to review another goddamn fucking movie. It's going to be a good time. And today I picked a movie I've been wanting to review for the last couple of years. I always seem to forget or just don't have the time to do it. But today I chose to do it. It's the 1989 classic, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And if you don't know about Bill and Ted, it's these guys in California. They're high schoolers. They're kind of ditzy, but they love rock music and they want to start a band. And I guess in the future, their music will unite the world to a peaceful utopia. But something's going to happen if they don't pass their history exam. So they send George Carlin back in time to put them on the right track. And they have to go throughout time collecting different people throughout history to be a part of their history report. It's funny, it's stupid, it's ridiculous, but I freaking love it. And there was also a couple more movies after this, along with a television show and a cartoon. So Bill and Ted, they have made an impact here on the world of movies.
Party on.
It was directed by Stephen Herek, who also worked on the movie Mighty Ducks. It was written by Ed Solomon and Chris Matheson, who actually came up with this idea a long time ago when they were in college. They had this improv class where they had these characters called Bill and Ted. Eventually, it would catch on a little bit, and they would take the characters and bring to the big screen. And thank God that they did, because I love Bill and Ted. The budget for this movie was $10 million, and it actually earned $40.5 million in the box office. That's pretty successful. The cinematographer for this was Steven Surdich, and they filmed all this mostly in Phoenix, Arizona. And for the special effects in this movie, well, they spent $6 million alone in just optical effects with the whole time stream and traveling through time and all that stuff. And that was done by Omnibus Simulation Incorporated. And the music was done by David Newman. And I tell you, this has a great freaking cast. We're going to go over it. It's going to take a little while, so bear the fuck with me here. I mentioned Bill and Ted, right? Well, they have some parents. Ted's dad, he's a real hard ass. He's a cop. That's played by Captain Logan. He's played by Hal Landon. Then we have Bill's dad, who's an older guy marrying a younger girl. Well, he's played by Patrick McNura. And his wife, Missy, is played by Amy Stock Poynton. And she's really young. In fact, she used to go to high school with Bill and Ted. And Ted likes to tease, Bill, hey, your mom's really hot, dude. We have a history teacher who pretty much breaks the news early to him. Hey, if you guys don't pass this exam, you're going to fail. And he's played by Bernie Casey, Mr. Ryan. Now, I mentioned Bill and Ted have to travel throughout time here, okay? They have to pick up different people from different time periods. It's kind of ridiculous. But let me go over every single historical person they picked up along with the actor. We have Rod Loomis playing Sigmund Freud. They just kind of pick him up out of nowhere, and he's very bewildered, but he can't speak a little English, so that kind of helps out. We have Clifford David playing the iconic Beethoven. And she's from the Go-Go's, Jane Wadlin playing Joan of Arc. Al Leong playing Genghis Khan, who was also in Die Hard, by the way. Tony Steedman playing the philosopher Socrates. Don Shore playing Billy the Kid, who befriends Socrates. They become homies in this movie. I kind of like that a lot, actually. Terrence Camilleri playing Napoleon Bonaparte, not Napoleon Dynamite. And by far, some of the funniest stuff in the movie is from Napoleon, in my opinion. Now, they pick up these two really hot princesses, too, back in time. Diana Franklin playing Joanna, and Kim Cates playing Elizabeth, two fine-ass British girls from back in the day. We have the classic George Carlin, one of my favorite comedians to ever live. One of the funniest men ever to exist. Playing Rufus. He's from the future. He wants to make sure Bill and Ted pass their history test, because if they don't, the peaceful future does not exist anymore. And originally they were going to try to have Eddie Van Halen play Rufus, and they even asked Sean Connery. But I'm glad they picked George Carlin, because like I said, George Carlin is the shit. And then we have Bill S. Preston Esquire, played by Alex Winter, who was also in The Lost Boys, and Ted Theodore Logan, played by the awesome, iconic Keanu Reeves. And both these guys would reprise their role in not only Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, but also Bill and Ted Face the Music, which came out about 5 or 6 years ago, and that one ain't too bad as well. There's some things about this movie. The original script was a little different. Instead of Napoleon, they were going to pick up Hitler and bring him back in time. They're going to pick up Babe Ruth. So there's a lot of changes. I'm kind of glad they didn't include Hitler into this movie. And originally, they were not going to use a phone booth as the time traveling mechanism. It was going to be a van.
You're going to be doing a lot of doobie rolling when you're living in a van down by the river.
But then they didn't want to rip off Back to the Future too much. But they did kind of rip off Doctor Who at the time, because Doctor Who uses a telephone booth. But apparently everyone on set did not know anything about Doctor Who, so it was unintentional. And I didn't mention there was a silly cartoon that was there for a while. I remember seeing it as a kid. But then there's a really bad television show that doesn't have Keanu or Alex Winter in it or George Carlin. And it is ass. But you know what's not ass? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure from 1989. Classic freaking movie. Orion Pictures. I love this freaking movie. And I rate it a 4 out of 5 dog dicks. So I appreciate everyone taking the time out of their busy schedule to like, share, subscribe, and watch this video to the end. And the next week I will cover a horror movie review. I'll give you guys 5 choices of what horror movie I should review for next week. Who knows? It might be fun. There might be blood. There might be gore. There might be aliens. There could be Bigfoot holding a machine gun, blowing up a bunch of Elvis impersonators. It's going to be great. It's going to be titties. It's going to be great. Right, Red Hulk? That's right. Yeah, he's got little gray hairs on his head. All right, so I'll see you here next week on PG's Movie Time. Until then, feed your kids, pay your bills, take care of your damn mind, add to the solution, not the problem, and stay fresh and wicked, motherfucker.
Thank you.
I need the Lincoln hat and the stupid beard back.
You don't understand. I'm Abraham Lincoln.
Bitch.